Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another video. If you guys are new to this channel, it's doubled up waterfowl. We tried to get it going last year and it didn't quite work out. We had just some things going on, we just couldn't get the channel going. But this year we're very dedicated on getting it going, getting the brand out there, and so we thought we'd start it off by making a video of the top 5 tips and things to remember on opening day. So for those of you who are new to duck hunting, opening day, and I'm sure all the experienced waterfowlers would agree with us, it's like Christmas. There's nothing better than opening day. We've been waiting months and months for opening day. It's Christmas to waterfowlers. So with opening day, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Everyone just wants to get out there and go hunt. Well, there's a lot of things to keep in mind on opening day because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So we're gonna start the 5 tips off with number 1. Number 1 tip is gonna be your gear. Get your gear out, check it, make sure it's all good. You know, when at the end of the season, when spring's on its way and you get ready for whatever else you do after duck season, you throw the gear in the closet, you throw the gun back in the safe, and it's there for 8 months or whatever. So break your gear back out and check in on it. Make sure it's all good. Make sure your calls are all up to tune, up to date. Check your gun, make sure your gun is clean. If it hasn't cleaned from last season, clean it, go through it, make sure all your gear is checked. If it's early season, it's probably going to be hot, make sure you got bug spray, make sure you got all that stuff, make sure all your clothing, your waders are good, you need new waders, are they leaking? Just go through all your gear, everything that you'll need, and just make sure you're up to date with everything. And if you need to get some new gear or some extra gear or whatever, get it before the week before the opener, basically. Tip number 2 is going to be scouting. Now, once you got all your gear, all dialed in and ready, you got to go find the birds. So we're probably going to make a video on scouting that's a little bit more elaborate on how we scout and, how to be successful in scouting. But this is just, kind of things to keep in mind for opening day. Go out and scout the birds. If you've got an area where you've gone every single year and you know that there's birds, kind of like I do, I know a spot that usually holds birds year after year on the opener, go and check it anyways. Go the week before or go whenever you can and just take a look. Because you never know. I mean, I've had spots that I thought were, going to be good, and they ended up, birds weren't there, or the ponds were under construction and public land or something. So you don't know. Things happen. So go out and check. It's always good to have a plan A, plan B, and a plan C, because things happen and you never know. So go out, scout, find the birds, and make sure you got yourself a spot. And that plan A, B, and C, because it's going to be opening day. There's going to be a lot of hunters everywhere. You might not be able to get to the spot you want to hunt, your number 1 spot. It might be overcrowded, or you just might not be able to access it. So have a backup plan, and have a backup plan for your backup plan. You want to be prepared. You do not want to have a bad opening day, because it sucks. Tip number 3 kind of goes back to the first tip of gear, is dress appropriately. On most openers, for most everyone, it's usually not very cold. It's usually pretty warm or mild. So if you've got breathable waders, I highly recommend using them instead of neoprenes. Bring kind of short sleeve or long sleeve shirts, whatever you can handle. I use just long sleeve camo shirts because the mosquitoes will just eat you alive. Mosquito spray if you're in a warmer area. I know here in Northern California, it can get pretty warm when the day wears on and the mosquitoes are just everywhere. So go through your gear and make sure you have the appropriate gear for yourself. And you don't want to be overheated on opening day. You don't want to be sweating out there miserable. So tip number 4 is going to be your decoys. Now I saved this one, is kind of like, it goes into the gear tip, the first tip, but so when you go out hunt on opening day, I've seen it a lot. People are bringing like 2 dozen decoys out there. That is so unnecessary, and it's extra weight that slows you down. So I don't bring more than 12 decoys out there with me, and I bring a variety. I'm a big variety kind of guy. I don't carry just a dozen mallards or something. I carry a couple pintails, some widgeons, some teal. I even carry spoony decoys because they work. I don't use a lot of decoys, and I just keep it simple. Keep it simple on opening day. You're going to be a lot more successful, and you'll be a lot more mobile if you don't have as many decoys, so you can move if things don't pan out somewhere. And make sure your decoys are all, good and ready. Going back to tip number 1, make sure, your lines are tight and you're not missing any anchors or anything. And paint them or scrub them, clean them if they're dirty and got hammered from last season. Just make sure they're all good, and don't bring a ton out there with you, because most of the time you don't need them. last tip, number 5, is going to be safety. Opening day, there is hunters all over the place, and lots of them are just yahoo freaking, going out because it's opening day. And I've had some pretty scary situations with safety, and always be safe with yourself and your firearm and this and that. But there's lots of people out there that just they're just dumb, and they don't care about safety. So just be careful out there and be safe. Just remember, we're just killing birds. So getting in an argument, getting into a fight isn't worth it. Be the bigger person. You don't want to compromise. Just move on. Try and find another spot, because it's not worth it to get into a fight or get hurt or anything like that. So just be safe, with yourself and your firearm, of course, but with other people too, because there's a lot of people on opening day that just don't care about safety and they just want to shoot birds. So with that, everybody, I'm going to conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel if you'd like. We're going to have a lot more content coming out. Opening day's about a month away, and we're super excited to share the opening day video with you guys. We think it's going to be awesome, and we can't wait to take you along all of our hunts, take you through the process, all that good stuff. So yeah, thanks again for watching our video. We have an Instagram page, Doubled Up Waterfowl. Go follow us on there to stay up to date with everything that's going on. And thanks again for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.